swings up and across it. See how easy it is?
In so many ways, 1986 will be remembered as Greg Norman's year. It's the year he became the first golfer to earn more than $1 million on the circuit in a calendar year. It's the year he established himself as the undisputed #1 golfer in the world. It's the year he led all 4 major tournaments, the US Masters, PGA and Open, and the British Open, into their final rounds. And it's the year he finally broke through and won a major, when he took the Open at Turnberry.
You know, I didn't feel like it was any big deal. I mean, that's a big statement for me to make, but, you know, I was so confident in my ability to win a major championship, and when it happened, it was just like, I said, well, see, you finally did it. And it wasn't a big relief or anything off my shoulders. It just felt like, you know, it happened. It finally happened.
By any sporting standard, the Great White Shark has had a sensational season. By golfing standards, a sport in which some leading players never win a tournament, he's had an unbelievable year. Since he claimed the British Open, he's been running white hot, winning the European Open, captaining the winning Nations Cup team, and winning the World Match Play title. So far this year, he's earned $1.7 million Australian dollars on the course, better than $1,000 for every hole he's played. And that excludes his huge endorsement contracts and appearance fees. Some sources estimate he'll pocket around $5 million Australian dollars by year's end.
I play for the enjoyment. Lots of times it may not look like I am, but because you're fighting it and things aren't really going your way. But I wouldn't go out in the golf course unless I really enjoyed it. And I play for that silver trophy at the end of the week. If you can keep your trophies for the rest of your life, but you can't keep the money for the rest of the life, you know. And when I die, my kids can have the trophies. It's just, to me, trophies are worth more than the money.
Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Greg's achievements this year is that they came in the shadow of health problems, which at one stage were far more serious than he revealed. In May, his doctor discovered a mass in his lung and said he couldn't rule out cancer.
But the worst part was that I was getting ready to go into surgery and that morning, and the nurse comes in and reads the chart. And she said, "Mr. Norman," she said, "you're too young to have cancer." And I go, "Oh, Jesus, I mean, you're telling me I've got it? These guys said I may not have it." And I was really taken back by that because she read the chart. Anyway, we went in there and they put the scope down me, and they found out it was just a disease that was in the lower part of my bronchial tube in my right lung. And what it is, it's just a virus, and every 4 to 5 weeks, the virus grows and grows and grows, and it looks like cancer because it keeps growing. And then it blocks off the bronchial tube, and I have walking pneumonia because I can't get rid of all the fluid in my lung. And so they put me on this real strong medication. I had to stay on it for 1.5 months, 6 weeks, and once that cleared away, I have never had a thing worry me since.
Once back to his full health, Greg proceeded to give us some of golf's great moments, like this putt at the second last hole to sink his great friend Jack Nicklaus's chances at the World Match Play.
So long as I got the ball within 2 feet of the hole, I had the pressure on him. So that one was sort of a, don't be stupid, but at the same time try and make the putt. Unfortunately, it went in.
What did you say to him after that?
He just looked at me and winked, and we had a great day. I mean, that was probably the best day I've ever had on the golf course in my life. I mean, we didn't play that great a golf in the morning, but in the afternoon it started to pick up a little. And then I finished eagle birdie, and Jack probably would have finished birdie. So all of a sudden the golf was great. And I was really hoping he'd make that putt on the last hole because I wanted to go on to play more. I was really ready to go, and I would like to have just called the match half, play until dark, and call the match a square and flip a coin, and whoever wins the toss go in the next day.
Certainly one played in the best spirit.
The Norman-Nicklaus friendship is symptomatic of the attitude of the vast majority of golf pros to their colleagues.
You would never see Ivan Lendl going up to John McEnroe and say, hey, John, listen, I think your grip's a little bit out here. If you fix it up, you might be able to beat me. But whereas in golf, you can be on the practice tee and all you have to do is ask somebody, and they'll come up to you and they'll say, okay, Roger, what do you think? Do you think am I aiming too far right? Am I aiming too far left? Or how's my ball position? He doesn't have to answer you, but he'll tell you. And lo and behold, I can go out there and probably beat him. So, that's the sportsman and the gentleman attitude we have in golf.
And that's part of the reason you were upset with some of the crowd problems that you had this year.
Yeah, very much so. I've read an article by a journalist in England. He said I was degrading the game of golf, and my God, that's the last thing I want to do. I mean, I got so much love for this game and for the people the sponsors and the spectators and the players, that, I'm trying to help it. We don't want to have this business where somebody gets treated differently. Just appreciate the golf for what it is. If the local boy wins, fine. If he doesn't win, give the other guy the credit that's due.
If nothing else, the successes the Great White Shark has achieved this year have reinforced his views on the quest for golf's holy grail, the Grand Slam, all 4 majors in 1 year.
What happens is, and it happened to me this year, the media keeps saying, well, you can't do it. You can't win the 4 majors. It's not possible. But in actual fact, I had a very probable chance of winning it. I honestly believe it will happen, because now people have seen that I have led the 4 majors after 3 rounds. So the other great players in the world think, okay, he's done it, I can do it. Why can't I do it if he's done it? I win all 4. I'm not going to do what he did, only win 1 out of 4. So I think now the psychological side is going to be a lot easier for him, and I think it'll happen. I hope it's me, but I think somebody will definitely do it. Every day I got to practice. Practice the right things, practice concentration, practice the short game. Everything's basically on a scale. If I hit balls for an hour, I've got to putt for half an hour, I want to chip for half an hour, and I want to concentrate. I'll concentrate in the car going home, or I'll concentrate in the car going to the golf course. To me, the Everest can never be climbed. I never get to the summit. I might just get to it, but then I'm going to make it a little bit higher. And then I'll just get to it again, and I think that will be, that's how my life's going to go.
With the summer of tennis right around the corner, Wide World of Sports has every angle covered.
From match highlights, press conferences and every breaking news story, Wide World of Sports is your home of tennis.
So click that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing this summer.